We hope you're enjoying all the great competition you're seeing here today. At the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible. None more vital or valued than the proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, to explain why their organization invests in and supports the Girls Union.
Thanks, Aaron. The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for more than 2 decades now. The athletes competing here today represent the very best of our nation's student athletes, driven, dedicated, and committed to teamwork. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we share those same values. Our farmers lead the nation not only in the production of corn, hogs, eggs, and ethanol, but also in the implementation of a number of innovative soil and water conservation practices which hold soil in place and reduce runoff. These shared values unite Iowa's student athletes and farm families, and our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the perfect opportunity to celebrate that commitment to excellence statewide.
Thank you, Brent. We appreciate the Iowa Farm Bureau's ongoing support and the role you play in helping Iowa's girls shine.
Starters for the Mustangs, leading off at first base, number 10, Sophia Patton. Batting second, the shortstop, number 2, Lucy Wishmeyer. Batting third and pitching, number 17, Hayden Gukin. Batting fourth and catching, number 18, Brinley Betcher. Batting fifth and in center field, number 7, Kinley Nissen. Batting sixth and at third base, number 19, Riley Rasmussen. Batting seventh and at second base, number 5, Carly Elliott. Batting eighth and in left field, number 8, Annabelle Smith. And batting ninth and in right field, number 12, Sorrel Pilecki. Head coach for the Mustangs, Robin Brand. And now the non-starters for the Raiders. Number 1, Keston Spratt. Number 3, Henley Sanchez. Number 5, Aubrey Messer. Number 7, Cora Foster. Number 8, Harper Weingarten. Number 10, Maggie Jensen. Number 13, Kaylin Becker. Number 18, Jordan Skaggs. Number 19, Sophia Stratton. Number 21, Layla Dorman. Assistant coaches for Williamsburg, Jenna Thurn, Lily Ridgway, Gwen Hughes, Shannon Finn, Allie Gorsh, and Peyton Driscoll. And now your starting lineup for the Williamsburg Raiders, leading off and in center field, number 12, Ava Hooker. Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Kylie Allen. Batting third and at second base, number 2, Taylor Sanchez. Batting fourth and in left field, number 11, Harper Myers. Batting fifth and pitching, number 17, Jersey Metz. Batting sixth and at first base, number 4, McKenna Capper. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 22, Fraley Plott. Batting eighth and at third base, number 9, Calissa Seward. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 6, Maddie Gorsh. That flex and catching, number 16, Lily Ness. Head coach for the Raiders is Adam Birdie. Our umpire for today's contest, at first base, Jake Parker. Third base, Jeff Niehaus. Behind home plate, Cam Cooksey. And now it's time to play state tournament softball.
Good afternoon and welcome to Iowa Central Field at Harlan Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by our Iowa Farm Bureau. I'm Henry Gonzalez, joined by Thomas Campbell. In just a moment, we'll have a matchup between the number 1 Williamsburg and number 4 Mount Vernon quarterfinal matchup right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And Thomas, we're in for a great matchup, a pitching duel, possibly on the Verizon.
Yeah, a pitching duel absolutely with the pitchers. Jersey Metz for Williamsburg, Hayden Gookin for Mount Vernon. Both had great outings yesterday. Metz gave up 1 run. Gookin gave up 2. So I think the big thing in this game is obviously Williamsburg is the favorite. They're going for their 4th straight title in a row and their 7th appearance in a row, and this is their best team. They already set their wins record. They're now 38-5, came into this tournament 37-5. And so obviously a tall task for any team, but for Mount Vernon, the thing that I think that gives them a chance is pitching. Pitching is the ultimate equalizer in softball, in baseball, in really any sport on the diamond. If you have a solid enough pitcher on the mound or in the circle in this case, that can carry you to a close game. And I think with the pitching that both these teams have, you're going to see the opportunity for a very close game. Williamsburg actually puts up less runs a game, too, than Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon slightly edges them out at 8.0 to 7.8. So I think this should be a really, really close game.
In the circle is Jersey Metz. Comes into the season 22-3, 142.2 innings pitched. Opponents batting 175 against her, and then 106 strikeouts, team leading 1.57 ERA and a sub-1 whip. Winner moves on, and the loser will not be eliminated. They'll face now PCM. And just a bit ago, that matchup saw PCM win 7-0 against West Liberty. So possibly a rematch if Williamsburg is victorious. A pitch misses upstairs, now evens the count at 1 apiece. Leading off for Mount Vernon is Sophia Patton, first baseman. Patton in her last game went 2 for 4, a pair of singles in their win over PCM, and it was a crazy come-from-behind victory. You thought PCM was going to come away with it, just how the pitching went as Patton goes down via the K, and Jersey Metz already getting going.
Yeah, and this is a change of pace from yesterday for Metz. Metz gave off a double to lead it off, and that double would turn into the only run of the day for West Liberty.
Batting order for Mount Vernon, you saw Patton leading off, then Wishmeyer, Gookin, and then Betcher in the cleanup. Nesson, Rasmussen, Elliott is 5 through 7, and then Smith and Telecki to round out the bottom of the order. Wishmeyer in the batter's box right now. She sees a pitch go awry. Wishmeyer went 1 for 4 in yesterday's game against PCM. Had a single.
I think Mount Vernon's going to want to get the bats going a little bit earlier than they did yesterday. Scored all 6 of their runs in the 6th inning.
It was truly a remarkable feat. I mean, the bats came alive all at once, and that's all that was needed in that 6-2 victory. And if you're going to face against Williamsburg, you're going to have to get the bats going immediately, as you mentioned.
Yeah, Williamsburg, quite the opposite. They were scoring from the get-go, and the two teams also good outings in the circle, but different results. Mount Vernon gave up runs late. Williamsburg gave up a run in the first.
Williamsburg victorious in their matchup against West Liberty, 15-1 through 4. So 2 very different games. And now Metz has worked the count full against Wishmeyer. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start off the first inning.
Yeah, and Metz picking up right where she left off yesterday. Did give up that run in the first, but then blanked the Comets for the rest of this game. I think Metz has something that Gookin doesn't have coming into this game, and that's a little bit more rest. They finished that early It was a short game. Mount Vernon took 2.5 hours to play, went all 7, looked like maybe even was going to go extra innings.
This one's given a right to left. Could be trouble, but making the grab was Allen, way off from her shortstop position to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Williamsburg, and we'll head to the bottom of the first, tied at 0-0.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Welcome back to the bottom of the first on the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. And now we have the bottom of the first action. Hayden Gukin in the circle to start off the first. 153 and 2/3 inning of work, 22-4 record. Opponents batting 145 against her coming into this season, or this postseason rather, and 0.91 whip. Or 0.91 ERA, 0.63 whip. So dominance in the circle for today that carried this team to a 33-7 record.
Yeah, it'll be important for Gukin to start off just as hot as she did yesterday. Make sure that none of that late action really got to her as that game went long.
First pitch from Gukin. Misses the zone. Ava Hooker leading off for Williamsburg. She was 0 for 1 in last night's game, but got hit by a pitch, came across the score, and then came across the score again off the air. This one skied. Wishmeyer under it and misses the catch, and then going to first is Hooker off of the errant base running decision, and it results in an out either way.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the decision to send her there. And I know that ball, it looked like it took a gust of wind at the last second and bounced right off the rubber. But, that is not a long throw from the mound to second base. And I know no one was there, but that's quick enough to retreat. And even with the slide, she was way late to that one. I don't agree with the decision to send her.
So good old single and then 1-4 to be thrown out at second just as they drew it up. So ends in an out anyway. Kylie Allen now stands in. She too was also hit by a pitch and then came across the score via the error and then had a sacrifice in yesterday's game. Taylor Sanchez on deck. This one's fouled. Myers in the cleanup, followed by the pitcher Metz. Capper in the 6th spot. Plot, Sur, and Gorsh round out the bottom of the order, 7 through 9. A 1. Driven into left. And now back-to-back singles for Williamsburg. Kylie Allen reaches base.
Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting there, not trying to do too much, just drive that ball into the outfield for a base hit and give your best hitter, really, with Taylor Sanchez, a chance to either bring you home or just advance you.
Taylor Sanchez, one of the best hitters, committed to Creighton and became the school's career hits leader and leads the state in doubles, hitting .562 this season. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and She's only going to add to that. She's back for another year next year, only a junior.
Pitch outside. 1-1. So already 2 hits to start off the first. 1 away after decision to try and stretch 2 off of a pop in the infield. Pitches outside again to Sanchez. Gukin possibly avoiding the bat of Sanchez, as a double would likely bring the run home, and there's a hit into left, and both runners move up 1 base. Sanchez with the 3rd single in a row for Williamsburg.
Yeah, and it hasn't been the start in the circle that Mount Vernon has wanted out of Gukin, but you know, you said it, you really want to avoid those pitches that can get turned into extra base hits. You're not exactly kicking yourself about surrendering a single to the player that leads the state in doubles.
Harper Myers in the cleanup spot. This one's driven to center. Going back is Nissen at the wall, and it's caught. Throw back into the infield. What a catch. Gukin pointing to her center fielder. Saved a 3-run home run as we take a look at the replay. And this saved a home run.
And sometimes you just need a little bit of help if you're the pitcher, so great job from Nissen there.
Out 2 away. Big swing and a miss from the pitcher, Jersey Mets. The wind a little less violent from this morning, so long ball may be in play. A little less wind, and maybe that goes out.
Absolutely, and it is kind of shifted more into a crosswind here on the Iowa Central field. That'll be close.
Umpire calling time after Allen had to quickly retreat back to second. Nice job by Betcher to pop up and throw to second. 0-2 now. Struck him out. Gukin. What a recovery. Strands 2. And no runs come across the score. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
Welcome back on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Top of the second, after some pretty good defense on both sides. Mount Vernon, of course, had that spectacular catch in center field by Nissen to save a 3-run blast. And then on the other side, Met striking out 2. Going 3 up, 3 down, retiring the side in order. That trickles in for a ball. Brinley Betcher, the catcher. She was 2 for 3 with a pair of singles yesterday. Big hack to even up the count. The Mets had 5 strikeouts in yesterday's matchup against BCM, already at 2. So 7 strikeouts throughout the tournament. And that count may continue to grow as we progress through the state softball tournament. 1-1.
And, she's probably at least going to have one more outing in her, regardless of what happens today. So I think she's going to end up with quite a lot of strikeouts on the season. Came into this tournament with 106 already.
Williamsburg assured another game after winning their first one. This one driven into left, going back at the wall. It's gone! Brinley Betcher, solo shot. And Mount Vernon up 1-0 against the defending champs.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, starting fast. You left it until the 6th in the last game. You do it in the second this one. And if you're going to pull this upset, you have to. And just a great way to start with a solo shot. And that can work to your favor against a pitcher like Metz if you're able to take one off her early.
Just looking at the replay, Betcher barreled it into left. And one pitch has given Mount Vernon the lead. Now Kinley Nissen up to bat. Nissen had a double. She was a part of that 6-inning rally. It saw 6 runs come across the score. Now Mount Vernon spreading the scoring in other innings now.
Yeah, spreading the scoring in other innings. And I think, regardless of what Nissen does at the plate, and that's a great single there, her contribution in the bottom of the first out in the field will not go unnoticed if Mount Vernon goes on to win this game.
So after striking out the first 2 batters and retiring the side, since then, Metz has given up a home run, a single, and still nobody out in the second inning as Riley Rasmussen comes up to bat. Due up is Elliott and Smith. Gets Elliott on deck. Will be guaranteed a bat. That pitch misses the zone. 1-1 now. Rasmussen was also part of that 6-inning rally. Got a pair of walks. Shows bunt and then pulled back. That pitch at head level. Nissen at first. In the track position, just raring to go off the bat. 2-1. Right back. Sanchez steps on second, throw to first in time, double play. Just what Williamsburg needed.
And the composure there from Sanchez, that's not an easy ball to handle, especially when it goes right by the pitcher. You might lose in the eye, but the composure to handle it, find the base, and then find the glove of your first baseman quick enough to get the double play, it's really good. And you don't see that often in softball, just with how close the bases are.
Metz able to get a gift from her defense, induced by her pitching, of course. That soft contact. Now ahead of the count, 0-1. Tapped into left field, and it'll get down for a hit. Carly Elliott with a single. 2-out base runner now for Annabelle Smith, the left fielder. Got a walk, but struck out twice. So searching for that first hit of this tournament. First pitch to Smith, taken for a strike. Mets 0-1. Just swung through it, and that pitch sailed off to Smith's right at the last second. Now one strike away from getting out of this inning, only allowing that one home run. Rung her up, and Mets gets her third strikeout of the day. Not before Mount Vernon, off the bat of Brinley Betcher, gets the scoring started. Mount Vernon leads 1-0 as we head to the third.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
Back in the second inning, Capper, Plotz, and Sur do up for Williamsburg. They're looking to respond after Betcher one home run, and a solo shot puts them up 1-0, and this is driven, popped up, possibly playable, and hits off the top of the dugout.
I think I'm interested to see how Williamsburg can respond. They gave up a run in the first yesterday against West Liberty, but they didn't give up a home run. Jersey Plotz doesn't do that very often. So, absolutely to see how they respond, especially they seemed like they felt they probably should have had a run in their half of the second, just unable to grab it.
And Nissen under it for the first out of the second. I'll bring up Braylee Plotz, a designated player. Plotz 0 for 3 against West Liberty. Searching for that first hit. Checked her swing, but still managed to find the zone in for a strike. I'm reminded of the fact that this could be a 3-1 game. Harper Myers took a ball deep into center field, so could have been 2 home runs in back-to-back innings, but center fielder Nissen able to keep it in the yard, and now Mount Vernon enjoys a 1-0 lead as Plotz keeping the at-bat going. Here's the 1-2. Fanned on that pitch, and the second strikeout recorded for Gukin.
Yeah, and it hasn't been the start of the second that Williamsburg certainly wanted, but I don't think they need to panic. You mentioned it could be 3-1. It probably should be 3-1. This team is very capable of scoring runs, and if you keep swinging the bat, you're going to drive those in eventually.
In there for a strike to Clarissa Sur. Player at the hot corner had a home run against West Liberty. Went reaching for that pitch, and now down 0-2 with 2 away in the second. What a inning. 3 up, 3 down. The side retired in order. Second strikeout of the inning. Mount Vernon holds on to their 1-0 lead. We'll be right back with more softball on the Girls Union Network.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament. As sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the mat and in the classroom, helping to nurture Iowa's future leaders. Mets back in the circle for this third inning. Both teams with 3 hits, and that sails into right. And Gorsh makes the grab for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, if you're Mount Vernon, having held on to that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second, if you can find an insurance run, that's a massive bonus. But obviously these games can change with one swing of the bat, and momentum quickly builds when you're getting hits at the plate.
Lineup turns over. Now Patton up. Softly hit. Throw to first in time from Sanchez. 2 pitches, 2 outs. And now Mount Vernon just down to their last out in the third inning, as Gukin barely has had time to get a sip of water before she might trot out for the bottom of the third. Wishmeyer up. She struck out in the first. Pretty much a guaranteed auto take, and Metz takes advantage by throwing in for a strike.
Well, it will be 3 pitches, 3 outs, but still a pretty impressive defensive performance here in the third.
0-1 for Metz. Swung on, and this is a base hit into left. So Wishmeyer will keep the inning going. After 2 quick outs, it'll turn over to the pitcher, Hayden Gukin.
Number 17, Hayden Gukin.
Gukin popped up to short, but it was a wild hit. It nearly fell down into no man's land, but Allen, coming way off her shortstop position, able to make a nice grab to exit that first inning. Skied way up, foul, past us.
See what Mount Vernon can do with 2 outs here and a runner on.
Previously, these 2 teams met in June 17th, going to second, and stealing safely is Wishmeyer. Wishmeyer getting her 14th stolen base of the season. Now advances to scoring position. 2-1 to Gukin. outside. Now a hitter's count for Gukin on this pitcher-on-pitcher matchup with 2 away. And Wishmeyer lingering on second in that track position, ready to go. 3-1. And Gukin gets the walk. And after getting 2 outs and 2 pitches, now last 2 batters have come to the batter's box and reached base. And now Brinley Betcher stands in after she homered in the last inning. Takes a pitch outside, and now 4 balls in the last 5 pitches. (1-0). Grounder, throw to first in time, and they get out of the inning unscathed. 2 runners left on, but no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Mount Vernon up still 1-0.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning on the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Hayden Gukin has gone smoothly through 2. Had some trouble against Harper Myers, but Nissen, center fielder, bailed her out. Now due up for Williamsburg, the Raiders have Maddie Gorsch, Ava Hooker, and Kylie Allen due up 9-1 and 2.
Top of the order coming up for Williamsburg. You'd think that with how well they started, they're still feeling pretty confident in grabbing a run to tie this game.
Driven way up. Drifting foul. Gorsch was 1 for 3 yesterday. Had a single. And that single, I believe, was enough to do it and defeat West Liberty via the run rule. 0-1 now. Gukin having Gorsch look silly on that swing. Gukin waits, fires, delivers. Fouled back, and now we'll do it again. Mentioned it a bit earlier, but these two teams faced off in a doubleheader on June 17th. Williamsburg victorious 5-1 and 1, and Mount Vernon stealing the other one 5-3. So, in this best of 3, if you'll call it, it really is anyone's game.
Yeah, and these two obviously familiar opponents, having played each other in a doubleheader, but I think that means that most of these players have seen this pitcher before regardless of on the day or previously, they all kind of know what to expect from both pitchers.
Staying alive is Gorsh. Gukin looking for the put-away pitch. Weak contact, and Wishmeyer running in to make the grab. Now the lineup turns over. Hooker and now Allen on deck. Hooker singled and then tried to stretch the pop-up that was dropped into 2 and got thrown out way in time. Perhaps going to be less aggressive on the base pass if she should reach. 1-0. Shows bunt, pulls back at the last second, but finds the zone. One. Playable, and Elliott makes the grab.
I think got to give a hand off to the perseverance of this Mount Vernon team. You weather the storm in the first, and since then it's just been a dominant defensive performance.
Since the first 3 batters all singled, Myers, technically you could make an argument, should have had the 4th, but after that catch, no hits allowed. Wishmeyer, tough play, unable to make the pick is Patton, and now a base runner, possibly via the announcer's jinx, but that will be an error charged to Wishmeyer. So still not a base hit, but...
Not a base hit, but you've got a runner on.
So 2 out base runner for Williamsburg. Taylor Sanchez now at the plate. Looks at a ball.
Yeah, still just waiting for a pitch that she likes. That, you know, she's seen one person take it deep already today. She knows it's possible now.
1 ball, 0 strikes to Sanchez. Takes a strike to even the count. A half-hearted swing, and Gukin getting the best of Sanchez, and now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. One, 2. Tapped back towards Gukin, tossed to first in time, and a base runner with 2 outs, but no damage done. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Mount Vernon still up 1-0.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Top of the 4th action. Welcome back on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Getting ready to start. Jersey Mets going to pick up where she left off. And so far, only 4 hits, but defense has been stellar behind her. Nissen pulls a foul. Nissen singled in the second inning. And Nissen has had a pretty good day today. Kinley Nissen had that big catch that saved 3 runs. And a single so far. That drifts foul. Now she's down in the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes.
Mount Vernon still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Now, both defenses have really picked up. There's only been the 1 home run.
This has a chance to get down, and it does. Nice hustle by Hooker, and the throw goes awry, but staying put at first is Nissen. And Nissen with a leadoff single.
Yeah, that's a good hit right into that. You know, it's a playable area, but so tough to make the catch with 3 players converging on it. And, you know, any base hit to lead off against Jersey Mets gives you a good swell of momentum, especially when you're already leading 1-0.
I'll bring up Riley Rasmussen, third baseman. Grounded into double play at her last at bat. Showing bunt. Mets throw to first in time. Good sacrifice by Rasmussen moves Nissen into scoring position.
And, you know, we've seen that a lot today, that sacrifice bunt just to advance the runner into a scoring position. And so far we saw it work. We saw PCM use that a lot in the prior game, and I think that if you can put this into one of the gaps, center left or center right, you could possibly add this insurance run.
Right field, drifting back, Gorsh contorted herself, throws to third, not in time. Nissen advances to third off of that fly ball into right, and Gorsh nearly had trouble. Went to her right, then back to her left, possibly the wind at play.
And I think if you're Williamsburg here, I think you're just depending on Jersey Mets to grab this strikeout. You know she's got it in you, but you do have to be ready, anything in the air, and try to get you out of this inning.
Smith struck out against Mets' bunt attempt with 2 outs. Goes foul.
You know, the squeeze bunt here, it could work. It could. You could always be safe at first, but I think even if that bunt is right down in front of the plate, I think there's a chance the catcher just holds it, blocks the plate for a little bit to prevent someone from coming in from third.
That would be the third out. 0-1 now. Pitch is outside, so the count is now even. One from Mets. Smith could not catch up to that pitch, and now Mets 1 strike away from stranding the runner at third.
Yeah, and she's got a few pitches to work with here. Obviously, you don't want to throw one too far away, but wouldn't be surprised to see a chase pitch out of the zone here.
Check swing. Doesn't offer at that pitch, and now the count is even. Two outs, runner at third, and a 2-2 count to Annabelle Smith. Jersey Mets fires and delivers.
Another chase pitch there. You trust who you've got behind the plate with Lily Ness, but now you're in a position you probably got to put this at least close to the zone. You can try to paint corners here, but definitely just want to get out of this with an out.
Here comes the payoff pitch. will go behind the netting, out of play.
Seen a few kids from right field running out over back behind the bleachers. They already had one, so 2 free lollipops coming their way.
Batters becoming very charitable today. Now we get set as Metz gets the call. 3-2. Fired foul into the dugout. Nice at bat here by Annabelle Smith. Full count pitch. And walk issued to Smith after an intense at bat. Now Sorrel Telecki will stand in.
Had a big moment here with runners on the corners after giving up that walk. Can Metz settle herself?
Had 2 outs after giving up the single. Now a walk issued, second of the game. And Smith advances off the steal. Almost felt like defensive indifference. How
I think smart there from Ness. You throw that down and it's anywhere away, a run comes in. And even if you throw that down and it's a good throw, there's still a chance that the run comes down.
So Smith gets her 4th stolen base on the year. Telecki shoots it foul. Similar story as the last at bat. 0-2 count for Metz. Smith was able to work it to a full count and then get the free pass. Can Telecki do the same down 0-2? Tried to get her chasing outside.
And Ness, that one set up even pretty far out of the zone there. Yeah, that's a really good take.
2 runners in scoring position, 3rd and 2nd, 2 outs. Here's the 1-2. Chipped foul. Capper offered at it a bit, but we'll do it again. After a long look in, Metz is ready to deliver the 1-2. So the at-bat continues, has grown to 2-2 after Telecki has continued to foul off every pitch near the zone. What can Metz do to put her away? 2 outs, 2 runners on, the 2-2. Strike 3 called. The runner at 3rd and 2nd stranded, and no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Mount Vernon up still 1-0. We'll be right back with more softball. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose.
August 13th through the 23rd.
Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. First pitch is a ball to Harper Myers. Harper Myers gave a ball a good ride to center in the first. This one's back at the center, but way more playable. And missing the catch was Telecki.
Yeah, those high fly balls, they all kind of just die and fade at the end. Really tough to find and track.
This looked playable. Both Nesson and Telecki stayed back a bit, but that wind pushing it away from them and towards the press box played a role. So a single for Myers. Jersey Mets now batting. Struck out in the first. One 0 to Mets. Ground past Wishmeyer into left field. So back-to-back singles. So leadoff single by Myers. Mets follows it up. So now 2 runners on, nobody out for McKenna Capper.
Yeah, and a big moment here for Williamsburg. A similar moment to what they had back in the first. If they can capitalize here, I think that's a huge boost as we go later into this game.
Substitutions in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Two runners on, nobody out. And the bottom of the fourth. First chance for Williamsburg to reply to the solo shot in the second inning. Gukin waiting for pitch selection. Gets it. 1-0. Wishmeyer couldn't get the feed, but a quick thinking throw to third, and Rasmussen already foot on the bag, gets the lead runner out at third.
Yeah, I think that's the smart decision. Obviously, there is the chance for the double play, but it'd be tough to grab there, and simply to get the lead runner out, you've now got one out, and you prevent a runner from being in a place where they can score off of a sacrifice fly.
So Metz at second, or not Metz, but the courtesy runner, and then Capper now on first after the fielder's choice. It is Keston Spratt, the junior, on second right now as a courtesy runner. Such quick thinking by Wishmeyer keeps lead runner away from third. Still a runner on scoring position, but now they have one out to work with, double play in order to end this inning. Braley Plotz, designated player, currently at the plate, struck out in the second. After taking that pitch, it's now a 2 balls, 1 strike count. Raiders looking for a base hit to tie this one up. Inside. Now a healthy 3-1 count. That finds the zone.
Good pitch there from Gukin.
payoff pitch to Braley Plotz. And Plotz gets the walk, and now the bases are loaded for Clarissa Sewer.
And Sewer had some big hits in yesterday's game, and a really big opportunity here. I think if you're Mount Vernon, either watch for that play at the plate if you can, if the ball's in the infield, or even potentially the double play and get yourself out of the inning completely. Anything to the deep outfield should score. I wouldn't say the short outfield just because of how much the wind is blowing and how quickly they could get the throw off to home, but anything deep to the outfield, either on the ground or in the air, will score.
Harper Weingarten is the runner at second now, taking over for McKenna Capper. Substitution changes are brought to you by IMT Insurance. First pitch to Soares popped up. Gukin under it in foul territory, makes the grab and quickly turns back. Best case scenario for Mount Vernon, now 2 away.
Well, that has really flipped this opportunity for Williamsburg on its head. Now you do need a base hit with the bases loaded. Easier said than done against the way that Gukin has been pitching, but never out of the realm of possibility for the Raiders.
Maddie Gorsh flew out, or popped up to the shortstop in the third. Took a swing for the fences. Now down in the count. Gukin just needing 1 out to escape this bases loaded jam with 1 out. 0-1. Hit to third. Steps on the bag. And
called a foul ball.
And what a call there.
Just drifted foul on the last bounce. Really close, but there's a lifeline for Williamsburg.
So not the third out, but it is the second strike. So 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Gukin, the 0-2. Real fast swing late.
Yeah, aggressive cut. Couldn't time it up.
We'll do the 0-2 again. Spratt at third. Weingarten at second. Plotz at first. Grounded toward Wishmeyer. Wishmeyer, throw to second, is safe! Wishmeyer didn't get it in time, and Williamsburg ties it up as Spratt comes home to score.
Yeah, I don't know. You've got to force out everywhere. It's a significantly longer run without the leadoff from first. I think you ought to go to first, knowing that a force out just gets you out of the inning.
Bases still loaded with 2 outs now. It's in there for a strike as the lineup turns over. Ava Hooker now at her third at bat, 1 for 2.
Just a little too hesitant to get it in there.
Popped up. Could be trouble. Elliott makes the grab, and the side is retired. Gukin strands the bases loaded, but not before Williamsburg responds and ties up the game. We head to the top of the 5th, tied at 1 apiece.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Here with you live in Fort Dodge, the Harper and Harlan Complex on the Girls Union Network powered by Mid-American Energy. 1-1 ball game, 5 hits for both teams, Raiders and Mustangs. Now in the 5th inning, the brand new ball game. This game is tight.
Yeah, tight indeed, and Williamsburg probably deserves to be in the lead, but we're tied, and it's going to see what Mount Vernon can do to respond.
Again, in the first inning, Nissen made an outstanding play that saved a 3-run home run. So this game could very well be 4-1 as we head to the 5th. Mets still in the circle. 1-0. This one will get past Sanchez, and Gorsh hustled to hurry up Patton, but a leadoff single nonetheless.
Yeah, that's good hitting from Patton, just finding the gap.
First out, number 2, Lucy Wishmeyer.
Wishmeyer up 1 for 2 in this game. This is foul. Not by much, though.
Yeah, close there. Wouldn't have scored, but certainly it would have advanced a runner into scoring position.
Myers in left field was there in a hurry, but we'll do it again. 0 balls, 1 strike. Same exact location as the last one.
Yeah, it just needs to time it up a little bit better. Gave that a rip, but just hair early.
Wishmeyer now down 0-2. Again, she had a tough decision to make in the last inning, electing to throw to second. She was really caught in no man's land of where to throw as she takes a pitch.
That's a good eye down 0-2. Those pitches are tempting to swing at when you've swung at all of them so far.
Wishmeyer showing great discipline. Smack towards Allen. Throw to first. Not in time. Great speed by Wishmeyer. Back-to-back singles with nobody out.
Yeah, that's a close play and a good throw, just not in time. And, you know, the speed of Wishmeyer, very beneficial there.
Hayden Gukin now up to the plate. 0 for 1. Walked in the 3rd. Get another pitcher-on-pitcher matchup. First pitch to Gukin is taken. It's been a great matchup so far between these two teams, but especially these two players who are battling in the circle, but also hitting. Now one swing can change the game. So we're tied 1-1 in the top of the 5th. Runners on second and first. 2-0. Taken again. We'll see if Gukin gets the green light. And 3-0 count.
I wouldn't expect it, just, you know, with no outs. You swing at a pitch that you don't like, and
4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Big moment here for Metz, and looks like it might actually be the end of her day. Coach coming out to talk to her.
I think right now it's just a discussion. Metz has gotten in jams before, able to get out of them. This is a huge moment in the game. Very consequential, and now with the bases loaded, nobody out, nowhere to put them. Can Jersey Mets get 3 outs and salvage this 1-1 tie?
Say you're looking for anything up in the zone here to try to give it a ride to the outfield, but I don't think Metz is going to put it there. She's going to put it low, hope for ground balls, and for the force out at home or the double play.
Patton at third, Wishmeyer at second. This one's grounded, misplayed by Allen, and coming home is Sophia Patton to put Mount Vernon up 2-1.
Yeah, tough play there. You know, runner goes right by her. The ball takes a slight hop off the dirt. Still one you probably got to have. But big hitting from Mount Vernon there to drive in a run.
Be scored as an RBI single. So now Kinley Nesson will have the bases loaded. Courtesy runner for Brinley Betcher. Is Pershing at first as a courtesy runner. Substitution change brought to you by MT Insurance. Bases loaded, nobody out. Driven into center field, going back as Hooker makes the grab. Here comes Wishmeyer, scoring easily to extend Mount Vernon's lead 3-1.
And having no outs is just, this becomes a consequence of it, is anything into the outfield is going to score any runner from third.
So now Gukin at second. Pershing at first. Now with 1 out. Riley Rasmussen 0 for 2 today. Grounded a double play, but sacrifice in the 4th. Williamsburg needing a double play badly, as there's not a lot of outs to work with here in the 5th inning. Luckily for them, they are the designated home team, so they'll have until the last moment. Pitches away and high. (2-0) count to Rasmussen. Hit into the center field gap. Coming around to score is Gukin. Pershing's coming home. Throw at the plate. Not in time. 2 RBI double by Riley Rasmussen makes it a 5-1 ball game.
Yeah, and the Mustangs have really just blown this one wide open. Williamsburg in a position that they haven't been in a lot this year, especially with Jersey Mets in the circle, but Mount Vernon just doing really well at the plate.
Rasmussen at second, and still only 1 out for Carly Elliott. 1 for 2 today. And now in a 5-1 game.
Got 3 earned right now of the 4. Okay.
What an explosion in the 5th inning. And Mount Vernon is accustomed to doing this, where the scoring comes in barrages instead of consistently.
Yeah, and you know, it's hard to knock them for it when they're winning, and they won yesterday, and right now it looks like they're on the way to the victory. Obviously, a lot of softball left to be played, but you know, sometimes those barrages can work if you do put up enough.
1-1 into center. Under it's Hooker, makes the grab, and not testing the arm of Hooker is Rasmussen. So finally 2 away. And that will bring up Annabelle Smith.
Brad, my opinion would be... Fielder number 8, Annabelle Smith. Brad, my opinion would be... Could you bet your on this? Yeah.
Strike called, so a 1 count to the left fielder.
Winston still has that big catch in his back pocket. So.
1-1. Big swing and a miss. After a long 5th inning, Mets finally 1 strike away from getting out.
And it'll be one that she wants to forget.
No. 1-2. Strike 3 called. And orders retired, but not before 4 runs come across the score, and Mount Vernon has ballooned their lead 5-1. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Life's buzzing with energy, from the delightfully routine to the novel and exciting to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th. A barrage of scoring now has Mount Vernon up 5-1. And Williamsburg just hoping to just chip away. This one's popped up way up. Wishmeyer calling for it. Makes the grab. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And Williamsburg just hasn't gotten the bat that they wanted to. Really since the start of the first inning, they really had to fight for that 1 run on the scoreboard in the last, but they've had no power whatsoever.
Besides that long ball to center that was caught by Kinley Nissen, possibly play of the game. Pitch outside. Tried to frame it was Betcher. And now 1-0 count to Kylie Allen. Taken. Now 3 balls, no strikes. And when you have a 5-1 lead, the last thing you want to do is give up a free pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
And walk issued to Allen.
The good news, though, is you do have an out. So double play gets you out of the inning, but you're not terribly worried of even if they do sacrifice bunt, a sac fly cannot bring a runner in at all.
Outfielder number 11, Harper Myers.
Drilled back at Gukin. Had to get out of the way of that, but it'll be a base hit, so now 2 base runners in a row. And that was Harper Myers.
Williamsburg.
Sequel.
Pitcher number 17, Jersey Mets.
Williamsburg with a big opportunity here. They've had a lot of base runners in this game. Now a chance to tie it up if they can continue this.
My apologies. Sanchez getting the walk. This one's fouled.
Yeah, because I mean, you got.
So now Sanchez at second, Myers at first.
Yeah.
With one out. Jersey Mets
Play tonight or play tomorrow, and
has singled and came across the score. This pitch getting away, so now 2 runners in scoring position.
I think if you're Williamsburg here, obviously anything in the outfield scores, but you're now in a position where you've eliminated that double play and a force at home. So just put the bat on ball, put it into play, chip away at this lead.
Sailed up, right field, Telecki under it. Throw at home is cut off. So a run comes across the score, and Williamsburg cuts into this lead, now 5-2.
Yeah, it's an important run to grab, and 5-2, certainly not an insurmountable deficit for this team. We saw them score 8 runs and then 7 runs respectively yesterday.
Kenna Capper now at the plate with 2 outs and a runner at second.
junior. She's going to Iowa. Really? Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Now a strike away from getting out of this inning, only giving up a run. Swing and a miss, but got a foul tip. Betcher arguing that she caught it. Umpire calling time and wants to confer.
Big call here with 2 outs.
That'll be a foul ball. So we'll do it again. 0-2 with 2 outs. Runner on second. Big take by Capper will stay in this at bat a little longer. 1-2. Fouled back. Throw to first in time. Runner is stranded on second, not before a run comes across the score. Williamsburg still trailing 5-2 as we head to the top of the 6th.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Top of the 6th action on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. 5-2 ball game after Williamsburg replied with a sac fly. So now Mets will try and keep it a 3-run deficit, as she'll have to face batters 9 through 2. It'll be Telecki, Patton, and Wishmeyer up after a lengthy 4-run inning in the 5th.
Yeah, after what Gookin's been doing on the opposite side in the circle, It's just extremely important that you don't allow this lead to grow to any more than it already is.
A little cue shot towards short, throw to first in time. One pitch, one out. Patton is 1 for 3 today, and she singled, came across the score on the 5th.
First baseman number 10, Sophia Patton.
First pitch to Patton. Taken for a strike.
3:15.
A comfort for Williamsburg is that if they were to fall, they would still be alive in this double elimination tournament and face off against PCM. Oh, 2 to Patton. Right at Sanchez, throw to first. 2 outs now. Wishmeyer up. A pair of singles
First out, number 2, Lucy Wishmeyer.
in the 3rd and 5th. 2 for 3. On the day, taken inside for a strike. Seemed really inside.
Important for Mets to get out of this with 2 outs. Don't let a rally prolong the inning.
Taken again. Even count now. One. Skied up. Sanchez looking for it. Drifting. Basket catch to end the inning. Retires the side in order. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Williamsburg needing a comeback.
5.5 innings complete. Score bank.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here.
Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health, expert care focused on you.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Williamsburg down to their last 6 outs here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And Gukin trying to shut the door on the defending champs. 3 consecutive defending champs. They're searching for a 4-peat, and this is probably one of their best teams, if not the best, based off wins. 37-5 coming into this tournament, and they came into the season losing quite a few starters, and they only got better. So they're right now in danger of dropping just their 6th game this entire season.
Yeah, and the lucky part is that this is a double elimination, so if they lose this one, not out of it. They would have to play again today, but obviously it hasn't been their day to this point, but that doesn't mean that it won't still be their tournament.
And PCM is a decent team, as we have seen. They arguably had it wrapped up against this Mount Vernon team currently winning, but gave it up in the last minute. So now Braley Plotz, the designated player, down on the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes to Plotz.
Good eye there with 2 strikes, definitely above the eye line of what you want to hit.
Has struck out, but also walked. Had a lengthy full count at bat in the 4th. Able to get a piece, struck out and throw to first for the first out.
Yeah, Gukin just continuing to deal in the circle and cause this Williamsburg team some troubles.
4 strikeout. We'll have a new hitter, Keston Spratt. 263 hitter, 286 on base percentage coming into the season. Just 5 hits and 19 at bats and 4 RBIs. Again, substitutions in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at imtins.com. Spratt, fans on a pitch. 1-1. Strike 2. One, 2. And Gukin tapping her chest, acknowledging to her catcher, my bad. She'll look to regroup for this one. Outside.
The ball just getting away from her a little bit. Late into this outing, already 6 innings pitched. Definitely could be the case.
So now Spratt worked the count full. Payoff pitch and walk issued. So rally is on. Maddie Gorsh up to hit.
And a big moment here. 2 outs, trailing by 3. If you can just chip into this inning, into this lead at all, 2 outs, and make the battle you have in the bottom of the 7th a lot less.
Now Williamsburg working with a runner on first, 1 away, and the lineup turning over to Hooker as a possibility, barring a double play. Grounded towards third, and just lucky that ball went to the left of the third base bag.
Yeah, lucky indeed. That would have brought a few runners, maybe not around to score, but definitely into scoring position.
So after
quite a while.
A meeting, we'll get back to action. (5-2) ball game. In the bottom of the 6th, a runner at first. Here comes the 1-1. Trickles in, going to second, and safely in is Spratt.
Yeah, good throw, just not quite on time. Good base running from Spratt.
Spratt earns her 27th stolen base on the season. So now a runner in scoring position with only 1 out to Gorsh. Driven past Sanchez. Spratt around third, coming home. Stand-up double for Matty Gorsh. It's 5-3.
Yeah, and big to get that run, cut the deficit down to 2. Now, tying run stands at the plate.
Extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. So lineup turns over to Ava Hooker, and Hooker has the chance to tie this game up with one swing. Hooker has 2 home runs on the season. Wishmeyer throw to first in time and trying to advance to third, and does, is Gorsh. So now with 2 outs, still tying run at the batter's box right now, but a runner at third.
Say now you feel comfortable if you can bring this run home. You feel confident enough to get one in the 7th and try to push to extra innings, or even try to get 2 in the 7th and win this thing, but absolutely important that they get this runner on third home.
Wishmeyer couldn't get the glove on it. RBI single. And it'll be an error charge to Wishmeyer. So scoring is Gorsh, and now it's a 1-run game. So we take a look at the replay, and Wishmeyer just couldn't get the glove on it, going to her right.
Taylor Sanchez.
So tying run at first. Taylor Sanchez stands in. Into center field. Making the grab is Nesson to retire orders. So Williamsburg gets a hit and 2 come across the score. It's 5-4 as we head to the top of the 7th.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Welcome back live on the Girls Union Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. It's the final inning, possibly, in this ball game. Mount Vernon holding on to now a small 5-4 lead, and we have a decision changed. The error charge to Wishmeyer turned to a single. Glad I got the scorer's eye on that one.
Yeah, and now it brings up a big moment for Williamsburg, because you want to try to get Mount Vernon down 3-3 if you can, but obviously the big thing is don't give up any runs, or it'll make you feel like you just did all this work to be only down 1, and give yourself a better chance in the bottom of 7th. It'll make it feel like that was all for nothing if you let this go here in the top of the 7th.
Metz has to go through the heart of the order. Gukin, Betcher, and Nissen 2 up. All have had their huge moments in this game. Metz still waiting to play, and now first pitch to Gukin, up and in. And that goes outside this time. 2-0 now. 2-0. So now 3 straight balls and not really the time to give free base runners with a 1-run deficit. Betcher has 2 walks, or Gukin has 2 walks already. And there's number 3 on the day.
And definitely didn't want to start with a walk here. You know, all that momentum that you built at the plate back in the last has all of a sudden been erased.
So Betcher 2 for 3 today with a home run in the second. Betcher grounder towards Allen, throw to second, and won't even test her speed at first. So fielder's choice. And still a runner at first, 1 away.
Yeah, smart to get the lead runner out. I think smarter not to throw it to first. That ball goes away, and all of a sudden you've eliminated the force on the next batter. And just the thing in here is just contain. You know, it's fine if they have base runners. It's a bend, don't break, as long as they can't get around across the plate.
And we'll have courtesy runner for Gukin, Courtney Thumb. Nissen. Pair of singles and then a sac fly in the 5th. Driven towards center. Hooker makes the grab. 2 outs.
Now if you're Williamsburg, just get the third and get out of here. Go back to the plate and try to tie this game up. Don't let them prolong this inning and keep you from getting your batters out there. And obviously don't let them score with 2 outs. It would just be a massive momentum and morale killer.
Rasmussen had a 2-run or 2 RBI double in the 5th to give them this 5-run posted on the scoreboard, but that 5-1 lead now 5-4. The runner at first, 2 away. Rasmussen looks, going to second, and it trickles away. Safe is Betcher, or Thumb rather.
Yeah, that throw just a little off target.
So we take a look at the replay. Thumb in the track stance, rearing to go. And very risky with 2 outs to send the runner, and just able to keep that arm and hands steadied on second the entire way. And we're going to have a meeting in the circle as Adam Bertie coming out. Huge moment in the game. 1-1 counts, 2 away, and then now a runner at second.
Yeah, and you just got to calm your pitcher down, and I'd say the message would be, hey, we trust you to get the out, but if you don't, we got a defense here that we trust to back you up, and you only need 1 in this moment. So it's not like you're worried about a sac fly. It's not like you're worried about any of that. I'd say we trust you, but you also have a defense that we trust behind you. Go get it done.
Focus just solely on this batter and not at the runner at second. Rasmussen facing a 1-1 count. Takes that pitch down the middle.
Good pitch there for strike 2.
Pitch upstairs, and Rasmussen doesn't offer at it to even the count. A pair of 2s, 2 outs. Runner at second in this 5-4 game in the top of the 7th. Fouled.
Good chop just to keep the at-bat alive and, keep putting the pressure on Metz to throw a pitch you like.
This game is so close. Both teams at 8 hits and 1 error. These teams have been stellar all season. Mount Vernon trying to reach the mountaintop again, as they did in 2022 before Williamsburg cut that streak. Driven to center. Hooker makes the grab, and the side is retired. No hits, but a runner left stranded. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Williamsburg to advance to the semifinal.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
You're watching the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. As the sole title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, Iowa Farm Bureau believes in the Iowa girl and cultivating individuals with great character, a strong work ethic, and exceptional leadership skills. By investing in Iowa's youth, we're investing in Iowa's future. Bottom of the 7th, 5-4, with a chance to advance to the semifinal without having going to the elimination bracket. Williamsburg will have Harper Myers, Jersey Metz, and McKenna Capper due up to possibly extend this game or outright walk it off. Harper Myers, 2 for 3 today, takes a pitch for a ball.
I think it's so important that you get this first batter out, and you surrender a leadoff hitter here, and the tying run's already on base. The pressure becomes immense.
Right back hits off Gukin, but Wishmeyer throw to first in time. Whole infield checking in on Gukin, but she seems to be all right. Let's take a look at the replay, as that ball was hit straight at her thigh. And probably unfortunate for Myers that hit off Gukin, and because if that's a little bit to the left, it's probably in the center field.
Yeah, that was a good strike on it.
Right lined at Wishmeyer, and 2 pitches, 2 outs, and Mount Vernon 1 out away from advancing to the semifinal.
Yeah, just a great catch there, and would have been 2 good bats on balls. They've got solid contact, just not able to make their way through the infield.
McKenna Capper, the last chance. 0 for 3 today. This is lined into center, grounded towards Nissen. So tying run at first. Still hope for Williamsburg. And now Braley Plotz stands in, and there's going to be a pinch runner for McKenna Capper, trying to get that tying run home with more speed. Harper Weingarten will be the pinch runner. Substitution changes in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance.
I think the question here is, if you're the catcher behind the plate, do you even try to throw this one down the field on steal attempts? I have to feel no. With 2 outs, you're not at risk of a sacrifice anything.
So now Braley Plotz, designated player, takes a pitch that finds the edge of the zone for a strike. Plotz is 0 for 2 today, pair of strikeouts, but did get a walk in the 4th. Big moment here. Down 1 run, tying run at first, 2 outs. A pitch below the zone. Williamsburg will still be alive if they are defeated, but they'll have to go through the elimination bracket, and Mount Vernon will advance. And hustling to seconds, Weingarten, and the ball hits off her. She's headed to third. Putting up the stop sign is Birdie, and now the tying run is at third.
Yeah, and that's why I just don't know if you throw down, because you have the risk of that happening. You know, it's okay if she's stranded at second, but now all of a sudden she's at third. And, you know, there's no risk of a sacrifice fly here. But anything that touches down and is in play, you risk that bringing in the tying run.
Vanden missed. Strike 3. Mount Vernon victorious. Mount Vernon will advance to the semifinal.
Today's final score, presented by Fairway, is Mount Vernon 5 and Williamsburg 4. Williamsburg, your next game will be tonight right here on
A classic in the quarterfinal between two juggernauts, and Mount Vernon on their quest to repeat in 2022 and climb back to the mountaintop have upset the number 1 seed Williamsburg Raiders. And Williamsburg will now be forced to face off against PCM later tonight. And now Mount Vernon will await that winner and is guaranteed a rematch between both teams.
I think, that's just a great performance for Mount Vernon.
Let's send it over to the PA for awards presentation.
Congratulations to Mount Vernon. Their next game is tomorrow at 1 o'clock here on Iowa Central Field. Thank you for attending the Girls State Softball Tournament, and thank you for your support of the Iowa Girls.
What a matchup. And Mount Vernon wins a classic 5-4 in a tight one in the Battle of Juggernauts. Thomas, any last thoughts?
Yeah, I think really big on the Mount Vernon defensive side. Williamsburg gave them plenty of trouble, and they handled it throughout the game. Obviously,